Tom slammed the door behind him, the echo reverberating through the quiet suburban street like a gunshot. His father's words still burned in his ears. "You're no son of mine anymore." At 22, fresh out of college, Tom had finally mustered the courage to come out, only to watch his world crumble in a single evening. He wandered the streets of Atlanta that night, phone clutched in his trembling hand, debating whether to call anyone. His mother had cried, but not in support. Her tears were laced with shame, whispering about what the neighbors would think, how the church community would react. His older brother, Mark, had just stared, arms crossed, muttering something about disappointing the family name. Only Grandma Evelyn had ever hinted at understanding, her knowing smiles during family dinners when Tom avoided questions about girlfriends. But calling her now felt like admitting defeat. What if she turned him away too? The thought gnawed at him, a sharp pang in his chest. He was alone, truly alone, for the first time. By dawn, exhaustion won. Tom dialed her number, voice cracking as he explained. "Come home, child," she said without hesitation. "This is your home now." Relief flooded him, mixed with guilt. Why burden her at 80? But as he arrived at her modest house on the outskirts, she pulled him into a hug that smelled of lavender and old books. "Love is love, Tom. Don't let anyone tell you different." For the first time in hours, he breathed. Settling in wasn't easy. The spare room became his sanctuary, but nights were haunted by replays of that confrontation. Why did I think they'd accept me? He wondered, staring at the ceiling. His father's face, twisted in disgust, replayed endlessly. Mark's silence hurt more. It was betrayal by omission. And Mom? Her pleas to pray it away echoed like a judgment. Tom pushed it down, focusing on job hunts. He landed a position at a local bookstore, stacking shelves and recommending novels to escape his reality. One afternoon, a customer caught his eye, Jamie, with tousled brown hair and a shy smile, browsing the LGBTQ+ section. Their hands brushed over a copy of Giovanni's Room, sparking a conversation that stretched into closing time. Jamie was 24, a graphic designer, openly gay but cautious after a bad breakup. "Family's everything until it's not," Jamie said over coffee the next day. Tom nodded, sharing fragments of his story, testing the waters. Jamie listened, eyes soft with empathy. "Sounds like you need someone who gets it." Their dates started simple walks in the park, late-night talks. But doubt crept in. What if this is just rebound? Tom thought, lying awake after their first kiss. He craved connection, yet feared vulnerability. Grandma noticed, her wise eyes twinkling. "Bring him over sometime. I'd like to meet the boy who's making you smile again." Tom hesitated. Exposing Jamie to his fractured life felt risky. But Grandma's acceptance was a balm, slowly healing the wounds from his family's rejection. As weeks turned to months, Tom's inner turmoil simmered. He sent tentative texts to his parents, hoping for reconciliation. "No replies." Mark called once, voice clipped. "Dad says don't come around." The rejection stung anew, fueling anger. Why fight for people who don't want me? Yet part of him yearned for approval, a childhood echo of pleasing everyone. Jamie became his anchor, their bond deepening through shared stories of prejudice. At work, in public stares. "We're in this together," Jamie whispered one evening. Tom wanted to believe it, but shadows of doubt lingered. Grandma's health began faltering subtly. A cough here, fatigue there. Tom dismissed it as age, but worry gnawed. She was his rock. Without her, what then? He confided in Jamie, who suggested a doctor's visit. "She's tough," Tom replied, masking fear. Deep down, he knew her support was fragile, a temporary shield against the storm. The family rift widened in his mind, a chasm he couldn't bridge. Why does love have to cost so much? He pondered, the question heavy in his heart. By the end of that first year, Tom had built a fragile new life. Jamie moved closer, their relationship a quiet rebellion. But calls from Mark increased, laced with hints of reconciliation. If Tom changed, temptation flickered. Could I pretend? No, the thought repulsed him. Grandma's words echoed, "Be true to yourself." Yet, the price of authenticity weighed heavy, isolation a constant companion. As winter approached, Tom sensed change brewing, unaware of the tempests ahead. Word count, 1023. The doctor's words hit like a freight train. Lung cancer, advanced stage. Grandma Evelyn sat stoic, but Tom felt the floor drop. How had he missed the signs? Guilt crashed over him, too wrapped up in his own drama to notice her fading strength. Jamie held his hand in the waiting room, whispering, "We'll get through this." But inside, Tom raged. Why her? The one person who stood by me? Treatment started immediately. Chemo sessions that left Grandma frail, her once vibrant spirit dimmed. Tom took time off work, shuttling her to appointments, cooking meals she barely touched. Nights blurred into worry, his mind a whirlwind. If she dies, I'm truly alone. The thought terrified him, amplifying old wounds. His family's silence screamed louder now. No calls, no concern. Mark knew. Tom had texted him, but responded with a curt, "Praying for her." Hypocrite. Tom seethed inwardly. They abandoned us both. Jamie stepped up, bringing groceries, sitting with Grandma during Tom's shifts. "She's family to me too," he said. Their bond strengthened amid the chaos, stolen moments of comfort in the storm. But doubt crept in. Am I leaning too hard on him? Tom questioned, fearing dependency. Jamie's ex had left for similar reasons. Too much baggage. One night, after a grueling day, Tom snapped, "You don't have to do this." Jamie's eyes flashed hurt. "I want to. Don't push me away." The argument simmered, unresolved, adding to Tom's inner fractures. Family tensions escalated when Mom called unexpectedly. "How's Mother?" she asked, voice tentative. Tom's heart leaped, then hardened. "Why do you care now?" Silence stretched. "We're family, Tom." He laughed bitterly. "Family? You disowned me," she pleaded. "Come home. We can talk." Temptation tugged. Reconciliation? But at what cost? Deny who I am? The call ended in tears, his resolve cracking. Why can't they accept me? The question haunted him, a moral tug-of-war. Grandma sensed his turmoil. "Don't let them break you," she whispered one evening, hand frail on his. "I left everything to you, for your future." The revelation stunned him. Her estate, house, savings, all his? Guilt twisted. She shouldn't have to compensate for their failures. But gratitude swelled, mixed with fear. What if they contest it? The thought planted seeds of paranoia. Jamie's support wavered under pressure. A job offer in New York tempted him, better pay, fresh start. "We could go together," he suggested. Tom froze. "Leave Grandma? Impossible. I can't abandon her." Hurt flashed in Jamie's eyes. Is this about her or us? The accusation stung, exposing cracks. Am I sabotaging this? Tom wondered, self-doubt surging. Their fights intensified, raw and revealing. Jamie's fear of stagnation clashing with Tom's loyalty. Mark visited unannounced, face etched with false concern. Dad wants to help with bills. Tom's anger boiled. Now, after ignoring us, Mark shifted. Things change. You're still blood. But undertones hinted at ulterior motives, probing about Grandma's will. Suspicion bloomed. They're after her money. The encounter left Tom reeling, questioning loyalties. Blood means nothing without love, he realized. Yet the pull of family persisted, a painful contradiction. As Grandma's condition worsened, Tom's inner world darkened. Sleepless nights fueled regrets. Should I have stayed closeted? The what-ifs tormented him, eroding peace. Jamie's patience frayed, leading to a heated confrontation. I love you, but this is suffocating. Tom's heart shattered. Am I losing him too? Desperation clawed. Sacrifice everything for love or hold firm? The dilemma intensified, emotions rawer than before. Hospice care began, a grim milestone. Grandma's lucid moments brought wisdom. Fight for your happiness, Tom. Don't repeat my regrets. Her stories unfolded. her own unlived dreams, suppressed for family. Parallels struck deep. Am I doing the same? The insight fueled resolve, but sorrow deepened. Jamie recommitted, apologizing. I'm here. Relief mixed with caution, trust fragile now. Grandma's final breath came quietly in the night, Tom by her side, holding her hand as the machines beeped their farewell. The void hit instantly, a gaping hole where her warmth had been. Why now? He screamed inwardly, grief twisting like a knife. Jamie arrived minutes later, pulling him into an embrace, but even that felt distant, overshadowed by loss. Funeral arrangements blurred in a haze of calls and decisions. Tom's family descended like vultures. Mom weeping dramatically, Dad stoic, Mark orchestrating. We'll handle this, Mark said, tone authoritative. Tom's fury ignited. Where were you when she needed you? But exhaustion silenced him, inner voices clashing. Confront or concede. The service was tense, whispers about Tom's lifestyle circulating among relatives. Jamie stood apart, uncomfortable in the judgmental glare. This is bullshit, he muttered later. Tom agreed, but guilt nagged. Am I dishonoring her by fighting? The will reading shattered illusions. Lawyer's voice steady. Everything to Tom, house, accounts, all. Gasps echoed. Dad's face reddened. That's impossible. She wasn't in her right mind. Accusations flew, undue influence, Tom manipulating her. Mom sobbed. He turned her against us. Betrayal burned deep. They think I'm a monster? Inner turmoil surged, questioning his worth. Jamie urged calm. This is grief talking. But Tom doubted, or greed. Legal battles erupted. Family hired a lawyer, contesting the will on grounds of mental incapacity. Evidence? Grandma's support of Tom's unnatural life, they claimed, proved delusion. The audacity floored him. Using my identity as a weapon? Rage mixed with shame, old rejections resurfacing. Nights became battlegrounds of doubt. Did I deserve this? Jamie's support held, but strains showed. Late hours at work, distant moods. We need to talk, he said one evening. Fear gripped Tom. Not now. Court dates loomed, depositions grueling. Dad's testimony cut deep. He chose sin over family. Tom's rebuttal trembled. She chose love over hate. But inside, fractures widened, moral quandaries haunting. Is forgiveness weakness or strength? Mark cornered him privately. Drop this, come back. We can fix you. The offer tempted briefly, end the pain. No, he resolved, but the cost mounted. Legal fees draining savings, isolation deepening. Jamie's job offer resurfaced, pressuring their bond. New York could be our reset, he pleaded. Tom snapped. And abandon her legacy? Hurt escalated to shouts. Her legacy or your fear? The fight exposed raw vulnerabilities. Jamie's need for stability clashing with Tom's grief-fueled stubbornness. Am I pushing him away to punish myself? The realization stung, self-sabotage evident. Reconciliation followed, tense and tearful, but trust eroded. Society's gaze amplified woes. Local news picked up the story. Family feud over gay heir's inheritance. Comments online vilified Tom. Disgraceful. Supportive voices emerged, but hate dominated. Inner voices screamed. Why fight a losing battle? Grandma's memory urged perseverance. Her letters, found in drawers, detailed her pride in him. You taught me bravery. Tears flowed, resolve hardening amid sorrow. As hearings progressed, betrayals deepened. A cousin testified against him, fabricating stories of Tom's influence. Shock turned to numbness. How far will they go? Moral lines blurred, retaliate or rise above. Jamie suggested therapy. You're drowning. Tom resisted, admitting weakness, but sessions revealed layers. Suppressed anger, fear of abandonment. Insights painful. My family's hate mirrors my self-doubt. Climax neared with a key hearing. Dad confronted Tom outside court. This ends now. Eyes locked, old pains surfaced. Why can't you love me? Tom whispered. Dad faltered, but walked away. Heartbreak intensified. Closure denied. Jamie waited, offering solace, but Tom questioned. Can love survive this? Emotions swelled, heavier than before, setting stage for greater reckonings. The judge's gavel struck, upholding the will. No evidence of incapacity. Relief washed over Tom, but victory tasted bitter. Family ties severed irreparably. Dad stormed out, Mom in tears, Mark glaring. This isn't over. Threat lingered, amplifying paranoia. What next? Inner chaos reigned, triumph laced with loss. Jamie celebrated quietly. Justice. But Tom pondered. At what price? The house felt empty, echoes of Grandma mocking his solitude. Harassment escalated post-ruling. Anonymous calls, vandalism, slurs spray-painted on the door. Society's venom poured. Faggot thief. Tom's resolve cracked. Is this worth it? Jamie installed security, but fear strained them. We should sell, start fresh, he urged. Tom resisted. This is her gift. Arguments ignited. Her gift or your prison? Raw accusations flew. Jamie's impatience versus Tom's grief. Am I holding on to hurt? The question tormented. Self-reflection brutal. Mark ambushed him at the bookstore. Sign it over. End this. Bribe offered, peace for property. Temptation surged. Rejoin family? But memories flashed, rejection, Grandma's stand. No, Tom's pat. Mark's face twisted. You'll regret this. Betrayal deepened. Brother turned enemy. Inner moral war raged. Forgive or fight. Therapy sessions delved deeper, uncovering roots, childhood approval seeking, now weaponized against him. Jamie's breaking point came during a storm-lashed night. I can't do this anymore. Words hung heavy. Tom's heart plummeted. Losing him too? Please followed. Don't go. But Jamie's eyes held pain. You're stuck in the past. The separation loomed. A devastating choice. Love or legacy. Emotions crashed. Regret flooding. Did I sacrifice us for them? Reconciliation attempts faltered. Distance growing. Alone. Tom confronted mirrors. Who am I without her? Without him? Family's final ploy. A lawsuit for emotional distress, claiming Tom's lifestyle caused Grandma's decline. Absurdity enraged. Blaming me for her cancer? Court again, testimonies vicious. Mom sobs. He broke our family. Tom's defense. You did. But doubt seeped. Am I the villain? Society's judgment amplified. Protests outside court. Media frenzy. Inner voices clashed. Stand tall or crumble? Jamie returned briefly. Conflicted. I miss you. Momentary hope flickered, but unresolved issues surfaced. Change for us, he implored. Tom wavered. Compromise? But authenticity demanded. No. Heart-wrenching goodbye followed. Tears, unspoken regrets. Loss compounded. Grandma, family, now love. Why does truth cost everything? The query echoed, despair deepening. Vindication came, case dismissed. But exhaustion claimed Tom. Sell the house? The decision loomed, a moral crossroads. Relatives distanced, but whispers of reconciliation from Mom. A hesitant call. I miss you. Tom's response torn. Open door or slam it.
Inné conflict piquent, émotion rawée, betrayals car permanent.
As dust settled, awakening dawned. Strength in solitude, but loneliness gnawed, setting up ultimate reckonings. Tom stood in the empty house. Boxes packed, realtor's sign outside. Selling felt like betrayal, yet necessary. Funds for a new start, away from ghosts. Why cling to pain? He reflected, grief evolving to acceptance.
Jamies absence est dipest, avoid d'un fied.
Calls went unanswered. Rumors said he'd moved to New York. Regret surged. Did I let fear win? Moral reckonings haunted. Choices define us, but at what toll? A surprise letter arrived. From Mom. Let's talk. Heart raced. Olive Branch? Meeting arranged. Neutral ground. A cafe in Atlanta. She looked aged, eyes weary. I was wrong, she admitted, voice breaking. Tom's walls cracked. Forgive? But Dad's absence spoke volumes. Mark's greed lingered. Conversation tense. We can try, she offered. Inner tug-of-war intensified. Heal or hold grudges. Society's scars reminded. Acceptance rare. Flashbacks overwhelmed. Grandma's wisdom. Family is chosen. Jamie embodied that, lost now. Tom reached out one last time, voicemail pleading. I was wrong. Come back. Silence stretched, hope dimming. Self-forgiveness emerged. Mistakes human, growth painful. But loss's weight crushed. Was it all for nothing? Climax hit with Mark's confrontation. You won. Happy? At the house, packing day. Tom's calm shattered. No. You destroyed us. Fists clenched. Words flew. Years of resentment unleashed. Mark faltered. I was scared. Revelation. His own hidden struggles? But betrayal's damage irreversible. Shouting match ended in tears. Goodbye. Finality struck. Emotions at fever pitch, sorrow, rage, release. New beginnings beckoned. Tom moved to a small apartment, job stable, therapy ongoing. Inner peace flickered. Identity affirmed, though scarred. Chance encounter, Jamie at a gallery opening. Eyes met, tension electric.
Tentativa.
Conversation flowed. Wounds aired. I pushed you away. Jamie's response. I ran. Reconciliation tentative. Built on honesty. But trust rebuilt slowly. Love's fragility evident. Reflecting alone, Tom pondered paths taken. Sacrifices for authenticity. Family fractured but self-whole. Mom's efforts continued. Awkward dinners, gradual thawing. Dad remained distant. A lingering ache. Society's shifts noted, pride events, allies emerging. Yet, personal battles endured. Was the fight worth the fractures? In quiet moments, Grandma's voice echoed, live truthfully. Tom embraced it, emotions profound, triumph amid tragedy. But questions lingered. Did I choose right? Was betraying one's true self ever justifiable to preserve family bonds?